Students, I hope you have understood the previous discussion on networking concepts. Today, I will start a new discussion on the chapter Log on to Access. The aims and objectives of this session are to know the concept of database, their types and their structure. Then we will see what Microsoft Access 2010 is and some of its features. This chapter is based on database. Now, what is a database? It is an organized way to store information. It helps us to manage and access large amount of information quickly and efficiently. A database system is basically a computer-based record-keeping system. A computer program which manages a database effectively is known as DBMS, that is Database Management System. In order to understand the concept of database, we need to understand what data and information are first. So, what is data? Data is a set of raw facts, just numbers and text. Now, I will explain what data is with the help of an example. Suppose we take any three names, Sanjay, Alisha and Rohan, and collected their ages. Collected names and ages are shown in the yellow boxes. Now see, from the yellow boxes, it is not clear whose age is what, as these are not organized. These are known as data. Now see, when we arrange the names in one column under name heading and write their respective ages under age heading, we have organized and processed the data, and that is called the information, which is organized and defined. Now it is clear that the age of Sanjay is 20, age of Alisha is 10 and age of Rohan is 18. I hope everyone has understood the concept of data and information. The importance of database is as follows. It acts as a storehouse of information. That is, when we need some information, we can access it. It manages data efficiently and allows users to perform multitasking. That is, it can do many tasks at once. It can handle a large number of records and provides quicker access than manual databases. The information can be accessed by more people at the same time. So, databases make data handling fast and efficient. There are two types of database, flat file database and relational database. So first we will discuss flat file database. A flat file database stores data in a plain text file. Each line of the text file holds one record with different fields. A flat file database cannot contain multiple tables and it doesn't contain links to other files. We see this type of database in an Excel worksheet. So the example of flat file database is Microsoft Excel. Now we will discuss relational database. Now see, a relational database stores data in several tables and link those tables together to get a common piece of information. Example is Microsoft Access, Microsoft SQL and Oracle. In this chapter, we will discuss relational database. Now see what the database contains. A database contains a specific structure to store data. Some of these are tables, queries, forms and reports. In the next few slides, we will discuss each structure in detail. Before we start the elements of a table, we have to know what is a table in database. A table is a structure of data that organizes information into rows and columns. It contains information pertaining to single object, subject or purpose. Suppose student table. It contains information of students only, like roll number, class, name, address and date of birth. Now we will discuss the elements of a table. The elements of a table are fields, records and data. First we will see fields. Fields are all the columns in a table. Each field has a specific heading called the column heading, which contains one type of information. The fields in the table given are roll number, name, address and DOB, date of birth. Records. Records are all the rows in a table. Each record gives complete unit of information. Here it is information of a student. Here one record from the table is the roll number of Rohit is 1 and his address is Delhi and he was born on 12/10/2007. So it gives complete information of Rohit. Data. Data is a set of characters that represents a valid value, text or number. Here the data is processed. When the data is processed, that is the information, and each individual text or number is data. Now we come to query. What is a query? It is a request for data results and for action on data. You can use a query to answer a simple question, to perform calculations, to combine data from different tables, to add, change or delete table data. Now see the example of query. If you want to find all records where the age field is greater than 13, you would enter greater than 13 in the age field. Then it will display the records of those whose age is more than 13 only. Another specific structure of database is forms. Forms are the user-friendly interfaces that facilitate the process of entering data in tables and queries. It accepts data from the user and forwards it to the corresponding table or query. Forms focus on one record at a time. The diagram is that of a student information form where the student enters his details and these will be stored in the database. A report in Microsoft Access displays and prints data in an organized manner. It is an effective way to present data in a printed format. It collects the summarized data from one or more tables or queries and organizes it in a printable form. The navigation pane is where you can find all of the saved reports in the database. To view your reports, make sure that all objects are visible in the navigation pane. Now see the example. You might print one report that groups data of student table and calculates the percentage of marks of students. Now see what is MS Access 2010. MS Access is a very popular and powerful RDBMS. We have already discussed about RDBMS. It means Relational Database Management System. It is used to organize and manipulate data. Here Data is organized in the form of tables. It creates relationship between the tables by using common fields. That is called the primary key. It prevents the duplicity of data. This means that records with identical fields may be rejected. You can add, update, delete, view, and establish relationship by using forms, find and retrieve data by using queries, and print data in specific layout by using reports. Now we are ready to start working with MS Access. Let us understand the concept of relationship with the help of an example. Can you say what is common in both the tables? The common field is roll number, which is unique to identify the records in a table, is known as primary key. In the diagram, student table contains information about students' roll number, name, address, and date of birth. Now, to enter students' marks in marks table, English, Maths, and Science, it is not required to enter all the fields in the second table. Why? Because we have already entered details in student table. In the second table, we will take only a common field, that is roll number. Now, by making link on common field, that is roll number field, you can retrieve the desired set of records from both the tables. Now you observe the values of roll number field in marks table are same as that of student table. So you can define a relationship between both the tables using common field, that is roll number. In this way, RDBMS reduces the duplicity of data. Now see the features of MS Access. Access provides the facility to break large information into small parts so that it is easy to access the information. That is, instead of entering all the records in a single table, we can split our fields into two tables, having a common field which is unique called primary key. Data redundancy, that is, duplication of data, is reduced. This means that records with identical fields may be rejected. It increases the efficiency, speed, and flexibility in searching and accessing information. It facilitates sharing of data. Different users can use same database to extract data according to their needs. It provides data security features and maintains integrity. This makes data more consistent and reliable. It provides the facility to create data forms so that the user can enter the required information in the respective fields. Queries help to retrieve specific data by filtering specific conditions. Reports allow to present data in a meaningful and summarized manner. In the next class, we will continue our discussion more about Logon to Access. I hope everyone has done the previous chapter networking concepts classwork properly. Thank you, class.